Alright, so we have taken a look at the organic results for our keyword. Now let's take a look at the paid results, and we'll get some competitors from that. As you can see, my keyword here is memory improvement. I've searched for that, and Lumosity comes up as the only paid competitor. So that is going to be written down. I'm going to take a little bit of time here on the paid competitors worksheet, and I'll put Lumosity down as my first. Well, excuse me, I'll put memory improvement down as my keyword, and then my competitor name is going to be Lumosity, and their site, their URL, I'm going to put down as lumosity.com. Okay, so then I'm going to go through and I'm going to look for any other paid competitors that I can include on my paid search competitors worksheet. And here, normally there would be more ads, 2 or so more that are up here at the top, but unfortunately that's not the case here, and there would also be usually some over here. So if you only have one here, then you're going to need some more keywords. There's a couple of ways to get those. One is up here in the autocomplete. You can see that Google is suggesting memory improvement supplement, vitamins, drugs, and foods. So this is another place where you can get ideas for keywords. So if the first keyword that you're using doesn't turn out to have enough paid competitors, then I do recommend that you go and try a couple other keywords and find at least 10, because these are people who are actually spending money to be here, and it's good to see who those folks are. And typically these will be buying keywords with commercial intent, as opposed to the memory improvement by itself, which really is probably more of an informational keyword. So the other place that you can do, that's Google autocomplete, is if you scroll down to the bottom, you can look at Google related search. And down here we've got supplement, vitamins, drugs, and foods, which you'll recall were the first 4 autocomplete suggestions here: supplements, vitamins, drugs, and foods. And then it also gives you a couple more: exercises, apps, software, and books. So what I would do is, and one other thing is that down here there will sometimes be some ads, and as you can see, memory support supplement is a paid ad too. So for my second competitor on the paid search, I would put BioTrust, and I would use this URL here. So I would copy that and paste that on my page here. So I would add BioTrust, biotrust.com, and then I would just paste that link. In this case, it's Brain Bright, right? Let's see if I can get that without all of the attached stuff. Right? So now I've got that there, and I would just go through and try to find any more that are there. So now there's no one else that's listed down here. So now I'm going to look for some other paid competitors. And if I wanted to look at books, software, some of the other things that I might think about doing, supplement, vitamins, drugs, foods, those are all very similar. So I could click on supplement, and then you'll see that I've got a ton of competitors over here, right? So these might be competitors or good places to get ideas for additional sites to look at, additional products to use. And then these are also going to be paid ads. So all of those are places I might want to look. You can see that we're on a different keyword now, right? So you've got this BioTrust ad yet again for memory improvement supplement, and then you've got a whole bunch of other competitors there, and then you've got even more possible suggestions down here. So this is kind of a process of going through and finding keywords that have commercial intent, where people are actually willing to pay to have them up there. I'm going to go back to my primary keyword and see if there's anyone else. Games was another thing that I wanted to look. Doesn't look like anybody's paying for games, at least not at the top. So here's more suggested keywords: memory building games, memory improvement games like Angry Birds for kids, Hardest, Bubble Trouble, Candy Crush. So those are other places, other keywords I could look at. I'm going to go back down here and see for memory improvement just by itself. Vitamins, drugs, foods. Let's take a look at We looked at supplements, so maybe exercises. So Lumosity again, but now here's another competitor, NeuroNation. So probably similar to Lumosity because this is exercises, and Memorado is another, so that gives me 4. Memory training exercises, Lumosity, NeuroNation again. Training.webcrawler.com, that's interesting. Probably wouldn't look there. Let's see, exercises, memory improvements, memory improving games. Games could be good, Lumosity again. So let's go back to our primary keyword, which was memory improvement. Let's look at foods, BioTrust again, Brain Bright. And nobody else there, so let's see, memory improvement tips, let's try. Okay, and here we've got nobody. You can also click on the other pages to see if anybody's going to show up on those pages. And here we're not seeing anybody do that. So let's go back to memory improvement, and I think books was one of our options. So let's take a look and see what's selling in that. Let's see, books, okay. And you can see a bunch of paid ads up here for Google Play and Audible. And improve memory at Amazon. Memory aids, let's try that. And we've got daily health answers, so again, not a good competitor. So not a whole lot of competitors here for us to check out in the paid ads. Memory aids, supplements, memory aids for students. Let's take a look at. So these are all, I guess I would probably, I'm going to use those guys, which we had before, but let me go back to memory improvement again. You can see this is just kind of a process of finding out what's working. I'm going to also look here. So Lumosity, BioTrust, NeuroNation again, and what I've done now is I'm at memory improvement, but I've gone from the web, which is what I was searching before, to looking at books, and you'll see that our standard 3 that we found paying earlier on the web are here too. But in addition, now we've got a bunch of others. We've got Zanesta, MemoProve Memory, Lumion, Doctors Health Express, and several others, Accuracy Training. So now I'm going to start to include those as well. Ageless Brain, these are all good. Gaming Wonderland is probably not going to be what I would consider a direct competitor. So that's books. I could also look at shopping and see what's showing up to see if there's anything. Lots of supplements there, a book, but nothing in the advertising area. Let's look at videos. And again, Lumosity, BioTrust, and MemProof. But I might have some other. Repair Your Aging Brain is a new one there, I believe. Pure Health Research. And so I've got, if I don't have 10 competitors I can get from just doing a web search for my primary keyword, I can check the other keywords that are in Google Autocomplete. You can scroll down to the bottom and check the other keywords that are in Google Suggests related searches. You can go to other pages past the main page. You can look at the bottom. Sometimes one will show up at the bottom. You can also to research this every time. You can also go to the other headings like books, videos, etc. Okay? So that gives us 10 competitors to look at in our paid search competitors worksheet, and now we will move on to the next section.